Hello everyone, so welcome back to another Virtual Young Makers Club. Today we're going to make our own sketchbooks. So you're going to need a piece of card and some paper, a needle and thread, something you can lean down on with your needle so your cable doesn't get damaged. I've got a cutting mat, but you can use something like a magazine or a sheet of cardboard, a pencil and a ruler, possibly some scissors, they might come in handy, and then something to decorate your sketchbook with. So I've got some packs of my favourite markers. So what you want to do first is get your sheet of cardboard and your paper. It's good if they're the same size, but I'm actually using some paper that's a little bit smaller than my piece of card because it works out quite nicely. So I'm going to use my sheet of card as my cover for my sketchbook. So the first thing I'm going to do is fold it in half this way. So there you go, so I've got the cover for my sketchbook. And then I'm going to get some sheets of paper. You don't want too many or it's going to make it more difficult. So I'm going to go with 8 sheets of paper, and then I'm going to fold them in half the same way I did with my card. And they're going to be the pages for my sketchbook. So when you've folded your paper and your card in half, you can fit them together. So see they go together quite nicely. So then what we need to do is bind them, so attach them to each other. So we're going to make 2 holes through the centre, through the spine of all your pages and your cover. So what we need to do is just measure out where we want those holes to be. So with my ruler, I'm just going to measure out an equal distance for my holes. There you go, so you can see I've drawn some little dots of where I want my holes to be, and I'm going to lay it down on the cutting mat that I'm using, or you can use your sheet of cardboard or a magazine, whatever you've got. And then I'm going to use my bookbinding tool to make the holes, but you can also very easily use a needle, and sometimes if you've got a very thin amount of paper you could probably use a pen or a pencil as well, but this is the point where you want an adult to help you, you want them to make the holes for you. I'm just going to make my holes in there. Check they've gone all the way through. Sketchbook. Get this so I don't know if you can see there, I've got two little holes that go all the way through my sketchbook now. So then I'm going to get my needle and thread. And I'm going to thread it through both of the holes on my sketchbook. Oh, see, this bit's a little bit tricky. So I'm threading it through the outside first so that I can actually tie a nice little bow on the outside of my sketchbook joint. There we go. So now my thread is through both of my holes on the sketchbook. So both ends of the thread come out on the outside. Trim my needle off, so I've just got the thread. So hopefully I've got enough thread to do a little bow on the outside to join mine. And there we go, you can see I've got a sketchbook now, my little bow on the spine there, and all my pages and everything in. So now you're ready to decorate it with whatever you choose to decorate it with. So now I'm going to use my felt tip pen to decorate the outside of my sketchbook. So then when you've finished, you have your very own sketchbook to use. You can see they were actually quite simple to make, weren't they? And you could use this for maybe some of the work we do in the Veterinary Young Makers Club, or you could use it for something like a nature journal if you're doing something like that at the moment. But they're really useful for lots of different things. So make sure you post a photo of your sketchbook you've made down in the comments below, and let me know what you're going to use your one for. So next week for Young Makers Club we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've got a craft and a challenge for you to do. This is going to be in collaboration with People United, who are running a project at the moment called Kind Canterbury, My Happy Memory. I'll tell you a little bit more about it next week, but for now the things you're going to need are some paper or card, it doesn't matter what colour it is, some scrap paper for making a template with, some scissors and some pens and a pencil, and that's everything there that you're going to need.